Hi viewers, this is Surya Prakash. So today we plan to discuss on iterations in Python. So iterations in Python mean by we are having different looping statements. So every programming language we are having three different looping statements. There are said to be for loop, while loop and do while loop. And for and while is said to be entry control, and do while is said to be exit control looping statements. That and all we studied in previous programming languages. When we are coming to Python programming language, we are having for loop and while loop. It doesn't have do while loop. We can achieve do while loop with use of while loop. That also I will show you with a programming example. So for loop, it's not like a traditional for loop. In the traditional for loop, we are having initialization, condition, and increment or decrement operators. But in Python programming, we are executing the for loop like for each statement. I hope if you learnt Java programming, you may know about for each statement. If you don't know, I will surely explain that in my program example. So it's easy to understand only. Okay. So first of all, let's start with our for loop. Then after done with for loop, we will move to while loop. Then we can move for do while. So this level we can move on, so that you can able to understand how the looping statements are working in Python and what and all the ways we can able to achieve these things. Okay. So first example, I am showing this as a example with use of list. Okay, let's see the program, viewers. So here 10, 12, 15, 18, 20. So we are having 5 numbers. All these 5 numbers are inside a list. So this is a list. So open square and close square we gave, no? So this is considered as list. This is the starting of list, and this is the ending of list. So inside the list, what we are having numbers. So here we are having numbers. So numbers, what it will do, it will just have the name for the list. It just have the name of the list. The name of the list what we created, that is said to be numbers. Now what we are doing is we are just retrieving the values from the list. So how we are retrieving? We are putting a number variable, that is an integer variable. Inside the for loop, we are just retrieving the list with use of integer variable number. So for number in numbers. So numbers is what? List. And number is what? Integer variable what we are writing inside the for loop. So for integer variable number in list numbers. Okay. So that what the statement we have to write. Inside that for loop we are writing print statement with numbers. Okay, number. So first time what happens, it will retrieve the value 10. The 10 will be stored in number, and we are just printing number as output. So first time it will retrieve 10 and display 10 as output. Next iteration it will retrieve 12. 12 will be displayed as output. Next iteration 15 will be retrieved, that will be displayed as output. The next iteration it will be 18, that will be displayed as output, and the next iteration it will be 20, that will be displayed as output. Okay. So this is the way we can able to retrieve list values using for loop and display the same values as output. Okay. So I will execute this program so that you can able to understand how the numbers are retrieved and what the output we are getting here. Okay. So let's execute this code. So while executing this code, you can able to see the output here. So what the output we are getting? 10, 12, 15, 18, 20. Okay. So we are retrieving all the values from the list, and that we are displaying as output. One more thing you have to understand here, the number is said to be list, because numbers whatever we are giving, that is said to be list, and we are having size 5 because we are having 5 members in the list. The list members are 5 members. So that this is considered as type as list. Another one what we are giving inside the for loop, that is said to be number. That is an integer variable. As I told, that is integer variable. The size of the integer variable is 1, because the last value what we retrieve, that will be displayed here. It will retrieve each and every value, because the last value is 20. So there it is stopping the loop, so that it fixed with the last value. So we are getting 20 here. Okay. So first time the number value is 10, next time the number value is 12, third time number value is 15, and fourth time it will be 18, and fifth time it will be 20. After 20 there is no value, so that it stopped here as 20. Okay. So that we are getting the output like this. Okay. I hope you understand this program. Let's move for the second exercise, second example. Okay. So here what we are doing actually, we are giving range as a predefined method. Range is a predefined method. So if you are giving range, so whatever the range value you are giving, it will start from 0 to the previous range value. So if you are giving 5, the value will be start from 0 to 4. So totally the statement whatever you are giving inside the for loop, that will be executed for 5 times. So first time the number value will be retrieved as 0. So 0, for 0 the statement will be executed. Next time it will go, the range will be 5. So now it will be 1. So it will be just display the statement again. Next iteration it will be 2, that will be displayed. 3 it will be displayed, and 4 it will be displayed. When it go for 5, it will not go because the range is 5, means it will be executing for 5 times. That will be start from 0 to 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So totally 5 times we will get the output. So let's execute this particular code. So when you are executing this code, you can able to see the output here. So the output what we are getting here, we are getting the statement for 5 times. Whatever the name I gave, that will be displayed for 5 times. Okay. So if you are giving the range as 15, what happens? The number will be start from 0 to 14. So 0 to 14, again we will get 15. Okay. So whatever the range value you are giving, it will start from 0 to previous number. Whatever the number we are having, the previous number is 14. If you are giving 100 until 0 to 99, it will execute the code. Okay. So after changing 15, I am executing the code again. You can see the output here. We will get the same statement for 15 times. Okay. If we count, it will be for 15 times we will get this particular output. So next to this, these are the two different examples we discussed in for loop. So for loop mean by what? We have to use in statement. So with use of in, you can able to retrieve the values from list, or if you want to display for a particular range, you can able to use range. Okay. There is no increment or decrement operator here. There is no need to initialize a value. Okay. So if you want to give condition, you can give condition inside the looping statement. Okay. That conditional things we will discuss in while loop. Okay. For loop also you can give conditions. So I will explain the condition inside while loop so that you can easily understand that. So let's start with while loop. So what is the while loop we are doing? So number we are declaring as 1. So number value we are starting with 1. So while number less than 10. So while number less than 10 means 1 less than 10 we are giving. So it will iterate from 1 to 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 times it will execute this particular statement, and end of the statement we are incrementing the number. So first time it will come as 1, the statement will be printed as output. Then it will go here, number will be incremented with 1. We are giving numbers equal to number plus 1 we are giving, so that the number will be incremented with 1. So next iteration it will be 2, 2 less than 10 condition is true, so it will display the statement. Then 3 less than 10 condition is true, 4 less than 10, 5 less than 10, 6 less than 10, 7, 8, 9. Then it will go for 10, 10 less than 10 condition is false, so it will stop iterate the while loop. Okay. So we are getting the statement for 9 times. So 1 to 9 we are getting the output. So let's execute this particular code. You can able to see the statement what we are displaying, that will be executed for 9 times. Okay. We are doing with use of while loop. For loop used in and the range and all we used, but for while loop we are using increment or decrement operator. Keep in mind the indentation has to be given properly while starting here. After that your tab space we are giving, that is said to be indentation. That is mean by the print and number statements are inside the while loop. Okay. The same case for loop also we are giving tab space here, so that the print statement is controlled by this for loop. Again here for the second example we are giving tab space for print statement. So this particular print statement will be controlled by the for loop. The same case when you are coming to while loop, we are giving tab space for 2 statements, that is said to be print and number. So these two statements are inside the while loop. Okay. Let's move for one more example with use of while loop. So here what we are doing actually, here we are just identifying whether the given number is odd number or even number with use of Python programming language. So in this regard you can able to see what will be the program written for. So I will explain the program. First of all, we are just checking the even and odd numbers between the range 50 to 80. So our starting range is 50 and the ending range is 80. So 50 will become here, 50 less than equal to 80, condition is true. So 50 mod 2 we are getting. So 50 will be divisible by 2. If we are dividing with 2, what is our remainder? Our remainder also 0. So when we are identifying odd and even number, we have to check with remainder operator only. If the remainder is 0, we can conclude that as a even number. If remainder is non-zero, then we can conclude as odd number. Okay, so in this case 50 will come here, 50 less than a equal to 80. So condition is true. What happens? It will go and check the division operation, that it will identify the remainder. So remainder for 50 is 0, so it will print the number, str number. So here, as I told already, I discussed about str mean by it's a typecasting operator. Whatever the number we are passing, that will be converted to string. So it will just convert the integer to string and it will display the output. So here the number, whatever the number we are having, 50, the number 50 is even, like that it will display. So next iteration 51 will come, 51 less than 80, less than equal to 80, condition is true. 51 mod 2, the remainder is not 0, it's 1. So that what we are doing, we are just going to else part. The conditional if loop, the if condition will be fails, so it will go for the else part and display the number 51 is odd. Okay, like that we are increasing the number one by one. So 51, 52, 53, 54 until 78, 79, 80. So 50 to 80 it will display whether the number is even number or odd number. So that will be identified by the if condition. We are giving conditional statement inside the looping statements. So let's execute this code and see the output. When you are executing this particular code, you can able to see it starts from 50. You can able to see the output here. The number 50 is even, the number 51 is odd, number 52 is even, number 53 is odd, number 54 is even, like that we are getting until 80. So 80, so 73 is odd, 74 is even, 77 is odd, 78 is even, 79 is odd, 80 is even, like that until 80 we will get the output for this program. So this entire program we are executing with use of while loop. Okay, that you have to understand properly. Okay, so I hope you understand for loop and while loop. Now we have to go for do while loop. So do while loop is not there in Python program. We are achieving do while loop with use of while loop. How we are doing that, let's see in the example program. Okay, so counter is equal to 0 we are giving. So counter is equal to 0. This is the initialization of variable. So counter is equal to 0. Inside that while true we are giving. So true is a boolean input. When while true, the while loop will execute without any checking of condition. While true means it will surely execute the condition until the condition gets false. Okay, if while is false, it will not execute. So we will give while true. If you want to create a infinite loop or in Python, you can able to give while true. So while true mean by the loop is a infinite loop. So inside while what we are having, inside while loop we are just displaying, and after that we are incrementing the counter and we are just checking condition while counter not equal to 10. So we are breaking. So here what we are doing is this three statements, this entire statement we are having, that will be inside the while loop. So first time it will come inside, the counter value will be 0. First time it will get inside to the while. So while is true, so it get inside to the while loop and it will print inside the while loop as output. Then the counter will be incremented. What is the counter value now? 0 plus 1, 1. So 1 not equal to 10. Condition is true. So it will break the statement. Okay. So here what we are doing, we are checking the condition at last. So in do while also we will check the condition at last, because do while also exit control looping statement. Like that here we are making with use of while. Okay, so we are not having do while, so that we are just making while as do while in Python. Okay, so when you are executing this particular code, what will happen actually, you will get the output for only one time, because our condition is false. So condition is true. According to the condition, if you are giving this condition, this program will not execute for a single time only, but we are giving the condition at the exit so that the program will execute for one time, so that we are getting the output for one time. So here we are getting the output as inside while loop. Okay, so I hope you understood this particular logic, because as I told, do while is not there in Python. We are achieving it use of while. Okay, So next, move for the position identification in Python. As I told, we can able to retrieve the positions and special characters in Python. So we are having three different things. First, on even numbers, what I'm giving is, this is list. So open square, close square we are giving, no. So inside open and close square we are having even numbers. This is said to be list. Next one, tasty fruits. Tasty fruits, what we are having, these are the fruits we are having. This we are giving in open and close parenthesis, no. This is said to be tuples. Okay. So this is said to be list and this is said to be tuples in Python. Okay. So tuples will start with open and close parenthesis. List will start with open and close square brackets. Okay. Now we are having text message. Text message, what you are giving within double quotes you are giving. So Surya Prakash, heart symbol, you all. So this is a text message what we are having. So in this text message I want to retrieve only the heart symbol, and in this particular tuples, 0th position we are having banana, first position we are having mango, and the second position we are having jackfruit. So here I am giving tasty fruits 2 I am giving, so that will retrieve the jackfruit. Okay. And here in the list we are having 5 list members, 10, 12, 14, 18 and 20. So 0th position we are having 10, first position we are having 12, second position we are having 14, and third position we are having 18, and fourth position we are having 20. So in this case 0th position 10 will be retrieved and that will be printed. Okay. So that what we going to display with use of our position values. So I will explain again. So we are having the list, 0th position, first position, second position, third position and fourth position. So 0th position 10 will be as output, that will be displayed as output for this particular code. So here we will get, for the first print we will get 10 as output. For this particular print we will get 10 as output. For the second print, print tasty underscore fruits of 2, what we will get? 0th position, first position, second position. Second position jackfruit will be retrieved and that will be displayed as output here. And for here what we will get, from last we are taking, so this is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10. When you are coming for -10, we are just having heart symbol. Okay, here 2 spaces it is considering. So here we are having heart symbol at the position of -10. So when we are executing this particular position, it will just retrieve the heart symbol as output. So when you are coming from back, we have to put negative indices. When you are coming from front, it will come as positive indices. Okay. So here we are starting from 0, 1, 2. 0 will retrieve S, 1 will retrieve U, 2 will retrieve R, no. When you are coming from back side, -1 will retrieve L, -2 will retrieve L, -3 will retrieve A, -4 will retrieve blank space, -5 will retrieve U, -6 will be retrieve O, -7 will retrieve Y, like that, vice versa it will take. Okay. So here 8 and 9 we are having blank space, and 10 we are having our special symbol. Okay, whatever the special symbol we are having, that will be printed as output. So let's execute this particular codes. Let's see the output for this program. So you can able to see, so 10 is retrieved, and jackfruit the position to jackfruit is retrieved, and when we are giving -10, the heart symbol is displayed as output here. You can able to see the output here, I hope so. Okay. Now let's move for the last code. So slicing the sequences, the same example we are taking and we are using slicing. Okay. So first I will execute this code so that you can able to see the output, then I will explain, so it's easy for you to understand how the program executing the output. So first we are taking even number :2, open square :2, close square we are giving. So for this particular statement, what it displays output? 10 and 12. So that is mean by the first two positions will be taken. Okay, that is mean by 0 and 1 will be taken before 2. So 0 and 1 will be taken and that will be displayed as output here. Okay, if you are giving 3, 0, 1, 2 will be displayed as output. Okay, so :2 mean by before 2 what and all positions are there, all the positions will be retrieved and that will be displayed as output. So before 2 we are having 0 and 1 position, 0 position 10 and 1 position 12, both will be displayed as output here. Okay. Next to that we are having tasty fruits. Tasty fruits we are having 1 colon. So 1 colon, what we are having, we are just discarding the first position, mean by whatever the value coming in first, second and third will be taken. Okay, so second and third will be taken. So 1 colon mean by the first position, the 0th position will be discarded. So 1 and 2 will be taken as output. So from 1 we are getting the output. If you are giving 2, from 2 we will get output, so that we will get only jackfruit as output here. Okay, so when you are giving 2 colon 2, then what happens, 0 1 will be taken. If you are giving 1 colon, 1 and 2 will be taken. So 1 colon will be 1 from starting from 1 until the end of the list. So end of the tuples. Okay. So 1 colon here we are applying the tuple. So 1 colon mean by from starting from first position, that is mango, until last. So last one is jackfruit. So mango and jackfruit we are getting as output. Okay. Now let's see for the next one, 2 colon. So 2 colon, as I told, from the second position to last. So second position, this is 0th position, this is first position. Second position start from R. So RIYA until the last of the message we are getting as output. So 0 on first position will be discarded. So this is 2 colon. If I am giving 5 colon, so if I am giving 5 colon, what happens? This is 0th position, this is first position, second position, third position, fourth position, this is fifth position. From A to end of the message you will get as output. I will execute again this particular statement. You can able to see the output here. You can able to see from A until last we are getting the output. Okay. So I hope you understand for loop, how to retrieve the values from list, how to use for loop in inbuilt method called range in Python, how to use while loop, and then how to identify odd and even numbers with use of while loop, one extra program with use of while loop. Again, how to achieve do while with use of while in Python, because we doesn't have do while in Python. How to achieve do while with use of while in Python, that we also discussed. Next to that, retrieving the positions, indices from a list, from a tuple, from a string. So how to retrieve the values from the back of a string, all these things we discussed in this particular example. And at last, slicing of the strings also we discussed. Mean by slicing of the particular given values also we discussed. So we can able to slice the list, we can able to slice the tuples, we can able to slice the messages. Okay. So thank you viewers, thank you very much for watching this video. Subscribe, share with your friends, support and click bell icon so that we can put more and more programming exercises, programs for your usages. Thank you very much.